Hello and welcome to the greatest MMA channel segment called I'm Not Surprised. And I am going to cover the things that I am not surprised about. I imagine this will probably be happening pretty darn often. So Khabib spoke after the fights, and what did he say? Exactly what I told you guys in the other video. The only thing left was money, and that every time he went to camp, he was shortening his mother's life. Do you know how many times I've heard that from my mom? Oh my God, you're taking years off of my life. I'm sure the dynamic is somewhat the same, maybe a bit more direct given the difference in culture that still exists there. But yeah, you just don't talk your parents out of that kind of stuff when you're putting yourself in danger. And are you shocked? He was retired 5 months ago. They even said your official retirement. Yeah, I was retired 5 months ago. We should have had another champion. His name should have been Dustin Poirier, but that's a whole other thing. So the fights tonight, I'm going to cover the main event and leave it at that because I'm in another one of my not the best memory states. Anyway, Kevin Holland, the whole time he was jawing, and that is the difference. And I really relate to him because I used to be a lot like that. I'm sure you guys could never figure that out. But it's occupying a certain part of your thought process, even if you don't think it is. Whenever your brain is having to direct energy toward moving your mouth or thinking about what you're saying, you may think that your reactions are going to come secondary, but you always will have more of an edge if you are not doing something else. And that was proven when they asked Brunson what he was saying, and he's like, I don't even know, I was just doing my business. And that's he was business at the face-offs and the body language breakdown. I believe that I used that word to describe him, and they described him as that way when he was walking in tonight. And how did he handle it? Like business. That's what he had to do. And if you follow my betting stuffs, then you're 25% richer. I was wrong about the women's fight in the parlay, but that's still, with the way it metered itself out with the Brunson pick for the main event on a straight bet, the one that I actually had the faith in, which is why I split Holland with the parlay, and that came out. So you guys got 25% in your pockets, and 10% a week will make you almost 15 grand off of $100. So let's keep doing that and inching our way up. But yeah, the veteranship, I honestly don't think Brunson's going to do too good against the top 5 in the division, though. He's already too old. He's tested too many of these up and comers. He's kind of knocked a lot of them out of the picture. I think he kind of ended Elias Theodorou's career in the UFC because people weren't excited to watch him fight after that Brunson fight, regardless of the results. But anyway, that was what it was. And yeah, I am not surprised with the way those things wound up. I knew Kevin Holland had the swagger. I really dig him, but he is going to have to learn to control that and only use his mouth when he is in a position where he's able to, because I don't want him to drop that altogether. But all of these people that you see who have these egos, fighters that lose their O when they're undefeated and then they experience that, they lose a little bit of that edge because they realize they need to take that and angle it into a more focused, more narrow look at what they are exactly in the middle of, and that is competing. So yeah, hopefully the Diaz brothers were the only ones to get away with it, but did they really? So those are my thoughts on how things are and were in the news in those last fights. And I also want to talk about one of the earlier fights and how a lot of leg locks should work, but the guys just it involves hurting the other person terribly quickly, but that's another, I'll cover that in another episode. Right now, I want to finish this up. Thank you all for tuning in. That is stuff that I was not surprised by, and likely you weren't either if you listen to this particular channel. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of the night. Bye-bye.